none of that. I just don't want to conduct myself with you. Because one day I might knock a nigga ass out or something. Because you know, I'm off the live wire.
Yeah, we almost got something with you earlier.
You know what I'm saying? No, me and you almost did something together. That was cool. Nobody gonna tell.
We almost got into a fight. We almost got into an altercation.
That's what I'm talking about. Me and you.
Physical altercation.
Me and you.
Yeah, that was in
ain't nobody gonna tell them. You might tell on me.
No.
The kids know all that Abby, they come, and the wives, oh my God. And you know, everybody scared me. I knew he was gonna do it. All right, fuck it, we call him the cops.
I think
I'm cool with that.
It's gonna establish
rumble,
dominance.
One thing about a rumble, right? See, a lot of people ask that question about a rumble, and I think that you get to a certain point in age where though you should stop fighting your friends. Like if y'all, you know, every friend fought growing up. Like when you get in your 40s, I don't think that's called for no more. We could argue to disagree and go our separate ways, but if it had to come to that, that's cool too. That's cool too. If we had a function and I might have had a little bit too much to understand me and he, you know what I mean, and we going back and forth and everybody at the function try, all right, just everybody get out of our way and see if we faking. Because sometimes 9 times out of 10, we'll get the. You ever see a dog and they on the other side of the fence and they bark? I watched this joint on the reel the other day. They get in the gate, they biting the gate, they got each other nose. The owner opened the gate, they was like this. I'm talking about nothing in front of them there. But he set the gate. So the gate is the people on our way. We going, yeah, man, fuck you, Feek. Man, fuck you, Black. I knock you out, Feek. Man, fuck you, Black. We going back and forth. Everybody got. Now that's the first breach to see if we serious. When y'all separate and if we get quiet, we was punt faking. Now if we still trying to, now it's time to let the men go ahead and do that. It's cool because now the rumble is going to bring understanding.
Yes.
It's going to be an understanding at an all-time high, especially fighting me. You're going to understand that day what it's like to live life for the rest of your life after a fight like from me. And I'm not the baddest. I just know my heart in the Olympics because I'm not losing. I'm not going to try to kill him. I'm grabbing his ass. I'm grabbing dick. We on the ground rolling around. I'm pulling mouth down. I'm squeezing nipples. Anything to win. Anything to win. We about here. So now he might lead a fight not feeling like he was just in a fight. Like he might feel like, damn, I feel a little violent. Like this nigga ass cheek still got a firm ass hold, like a firm ass. You feel it. You feel like, damn, this nigga was trying to rip it off. Like you, wifey, like, oh, you know, you a little light. She like, there's prints on your joint. I see him. Now you in there mad over again, want to rumble again. I'm outside, yo, what's up? You my guy. I love you. We go ahead and get back in here. Same about nothing. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little rumble every now and then. There's nothing wrong, man.
I think it establishes a dominance of who's. You know what I mean? You know, I think that's the issue. We haven't established the actual dominant. You know how you see the two male lines.
They talk about charity. We should do a charity boxing match, me and you, for the not old dude.
Ooh,
yo, on charity, I'm knocking you out. If they got hey yo, if y'all put a joint together and it got $5 or more in there, that's gonna be a 1-rounder. I need that nigga. And my man love me so much that I got to get that. I'm not splitting nothing or nothing. He can go up top. I ain't hitting him up top. I am winning.
Yeah, right.
I am winning. There's only 2 things that you can't beat me over. You ain't gonna beat me up in front of my girl, and you ain't gonna beat me up about that bag. I remember one time Mar came on the block, right? This back when I was still, you know what I mean, in my Jahiliya ways. With Jahiliya, for the audience that don't know, is an Arabic word for ignorance. And I was in my ignorance still thinking I'm young and can sell things and, you know, that land me back in jail. So I had a friend, I had a little girl at the time. I ain't gonna mention her name, but she's extraordinary. She's beautiful. And this was back then though. And the homie came on the block, Halal Fitness.
You know, when
the general
go ahead. And fight. You know, listen, he didn't explain to y'all that I've been boxing since I was a kid.
Oh my God! Listen, back. So he comes up. I said, then I'll tell you this story to say it's 2 things that I'm not losing in front of my girl or some money. But listen, you could beat me up. Like if you caught me by myself, you could beat me up. No money involved, no girl around. I'll take that. A couple of them. But my girl came up, right? I mean, when she was there, he pulled up Halal Fitness. He's the burpee general. For y'all go follow him, man. Halal Fitness, man. And he made a bet with me. He was like, yo, I bet you can't do 50 burpees. Now, in jail, I was a workout machine. Came home, fell off, got out to eating good, and I'm smoking good, cigarettes, drinking good. All that takes a toll on your body to exercise, especially if you haven't been doing it already. And he tried to get out on me in front of my old lady. She was out there at the time. He like, yo, man, you can't even do 50 burpees. Man, I'll give you $500 you do 50 burpees. I did 75. You put the money up and my lady here? I'd have doubled that joint up if he ain't stopped me. He like, yo, you did it, man. You did it. Yeah. Sweating like a dog. And ain't getting my money. Mad as a mug out there. No, hell no. Oh, well, yeah. See, I'm rolling with The Rock, man. I'm with The Rock. When you see me with The Rock, we in The Rock. Boxing is dangerous. People die in the box. Nah, I ain't gonna make him die. That's why I said I won't go. He could go to my head.
See, I just don't have that. He know what's gonna happen.
Nah.
In the boxing match?
Hey, shit and grits. That smoking shit don't mean nothing.
What's his name?
Shit and grits.
Oh, man. Shout out to him.
What'd it say? At shit and grits.
Yeah.
But Leah, like he said, he said black smoke Newports, he gonna gas out. Nah. Listen, when you fight, right, this is how I learned how to fight in the penitentiary. I've been knew how to fight, but I'm talking about the technique of fighting, right? In the penitentiary, I go in, if I know I'm fighting somebody, and I go in there, in my mind, I'm gonna count off 20, 20. And when I say I'm gonna count off 20 punches, 20 punches. So I'm counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't stop swinging until I get to 40. If you can withstand that's in my mind the whole time I go in there and fight. As soon as the nigga go, they open the door and we go in the cell. As soon as I get in the cell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just swinging 40 punches. If you can withstand that first barrage of punches, then that means you in shape and you ready to go. But man, 9 out of 10 that couldn't withstand. I don't think I had a nigga that could. And I didn't been beat up. I done been punched on because I've been stolen on and all that. Can't too many handle that 40 right off the break. I'm talking about from the gun bust. You know, niggas be fainting, trying to test their opponent. No, let's get some money. You gotta bring ass to get ass.
All right, no, I know exactly what listen, I'm going straight to I'm doing straight to the body. All body work for, He ain't gonna be able to move. Then I'm moving around. How many rounds is we trying to
smoke? You can pick how many rounds you want, but we only need one. Just one.
You're not gonna touch me,
Bro, what you gonna run the whole round? Once I get to you and get to grab them shorts,
you can't do that with boxing gloves on.
Yeah, I'm all good. Hook you. Come here. Get over here.
Yeah, okay.
Get you to me. And once I get you to me, you kind of soft like a baby. No, then you better not be smelling like powder and shit like that. It's rid of your ass. You in there smelling like butter caramel and oh my God, man. Nah,
butter caramel.
You in there smelling like shea butter and butter from Beirut or Cabo or something like that. Nah, bro, I'm trying to see what's up with this butter. Do it make you shine? Yeah.
Now with the business world or the corporate world, what are some of the things that you can bring from the streets into the corporate world, which can lead to you being successful?
Man, a lot of things, man. I saw a whole bunch of things. One, a real hustler, he's stacking his money up. He's looking for his outcome. He ain't looking to, party because a lot of niggas hustle for bitches.
Yeah.
And what that mean, I'm gonna break it down. Niggas go out here, hustle, get their little money right. Next thing you know, they at the club. They got all, when a nigga got on all his fly jewels and his clothes and all that, you're doing that for yourself, but to attract. Mm-hmm. You understand? Would you agree?
I agree.
When you putting on that Rolex or your Patek or whatever, your chains and your Gucci shoes and your attire, and you going out, you feeling good. You did that for you, but overall, it's to attract. That's why you're doing it. When I get dressed up and I'm fresh, my tees and shit white, my wife beaters throwing through, I like how I look, but I know this is going to attract attention. That's why I'm doing it.
I thought you said you was
come on, there you go with the bullshit again.
A one-woman man, though. You didn't say
I am a one-woman man.
Okay.
But I'm still want to look nice. I want my woman to be like, damn, everybody like my baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want her to have something to bite the bit.
You're not trying to attract to get like numbers.
No. But if I was, that's what I'm doing too. I'm going both ways with it.
Okay.
But first, and what was the question? Why was I saying that just now?
You were saying about is it qualities you can bring from the streets?
Oh, yeah. So now with that, right? And then you have your hustlers that look for their exit plan. They building for their legacy. They might hustled up 100,000, 200,000, then they done bought a store. They done bought this is all the hustle mentality. You got to save it up to do this. Now you get into that corporate world, start grinding. It ain't nothing to you to save up this and save up that. Save the better your standings in society. The more money you got, the better standing in society you is. That's how I break it down. The more money you have, the better citizen you is in society. Whether we ain't talking about if you arrogant or anything like that. I'm talking about you. You financially is better in society. Okay. The more money you got.
Yeah, in the aspect of having money.
Now, you could be mean, nasty. You could be a nice person with a lot of money. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you have it, money in this society, You are in a good standing in society. You're paying your bills. What my man say? Mano, all my bills is paid. I'm feeling good today. You goddamn right. You only can feel like that today if you got some money. If you ain't got money, you ain't singing that Mano. You ain't feeling good today. And none of your bills is paid.
Yeah,
so you ain't
be like, I ain't feeling good today.
Yeah, I'm about to go to the hood today. Sell me some yerkies today or whatever you selling. Yeah, one of them jumps. So
all right,
you ain't going to try them.
Let's get back to, I just want to ask a few more questions about Pooh Shiesty, right? So he's picking his jury for the trial. He's doing all this for what?
Man, motherfucker ain't he in his mind, he just got out of jail, man. I'm gonna tell you how I feel as though he thinking. The man just got out of jail from doing time. He haven't been home a year. He's back in there with some big time allegations. The man not just in there laying down and saying, yeah, sentence me and this and that. He's trying to fight him and see if he can beat him. That's the first survival instinct. He ain't going the route of telling on nobody. So the other route is, man, I'm rumbling this joint. Niggas know they be dead wrong and rumbling it. You know how many niggas they done told you take 10 years for this body and they don't take it, then they got life. Don't nobody want to go in there and just take time, bro. That's why he's fighting it, bro.
Yeah, I understand. But I'm just saying, I guess he just, he's looking for the opportunity, whatever it is. It can be a 1% chance or half of it.
Yeah, he's looking for any type of crack in the wall, man.
Let me ask you another question. So there was another incident in New York. It was 10 gunmen. They raided an underground New York weed party and robbed 40 guests.
And robbed?
Yeah, it's like an underground weed party.
But you mean they robbed it? You mean they raided it? I'm thinking the cops came in.
No, 10 men went in and robbed it. And say, we was in here, everybody in here, we got pounds and pounds of weed, and we in here having a smoke fest.
Yeah.
Underground.
Niggas come in and rob.
They come in here and rob and take all the weed, take your watches, your jewelry, and all that stuff off you. Another thing, are you people call the police?
You probably had some law-abiding citizens in there. Everybody probably went in there on gangster time or hood niggas. I'm quite sure it was a lot of people in there that came from work.
But they said it was an underground weeds incident. So
all right, so the motherfucker going to because they haven't. Everybody in here smoking weed. You ain't supposed to smoke weed.
I read it says an underground cannabis event in Manhattan's Nomad neighborhood was targeted by armed robbers this week after approximately 10 suspects forced their way into the gathering near Broadway and West 28th Street around 10 p.m. According to police, at least 40 people were inside the unlicensed event. So it was an unlicensed event when the suspects allegedly entered, displaying handguns and ordered attendees to hand over cash, wallets, jewelry, and cell phones. The suspects fled the scene before officers arrived. No gunshots were fired. So this is an illegal event, but somebody called the cops.
Right.
Unlicensed event, rather, and they called the cops.
They called it because they're getting robbed.
For weed.
They're getting robbed.
I guess probably because of the jewelry too, though.
But still, it could be for $1. I'm getting robbed.
Yeah, all these people smoke weed. Because
Yeah.
like in the streets normally, I'm looking at it from a street aspect. Like in the streets normally, we can't. If we get robbed, say we get robbed for 10 bricks of cocaine. Like somebody robbed us for 10 bricks or a brick or whatever, 4.5, whatever. They robbed us for. We're not calling the cops because you can't really call the police. So I was assuming the same thing was here, but. These probably, like I said, law-abiding citizens just coming there to smoke weed and get high. They wasn't there to just, hang out. They was there to hang out. They wasn't there to just get robbed, so they probably wasn't playing the street game. Now, I'm actually sure, but in regards to, mixing the streets, right now, he's slid down a razor blade into an alcohol river, which means
he has.
He's just fighting this for nothing, right? Basically, he's like trying to fight this. They gonna sock it to him.
Yeah, his thing right now, he should be looking for the best available plea deal possible off that stupid act that they committed. Yes, I will say it. I'm not calling him stupid because I love Pooh Shiesty lyrics. I love the way he carries himself when he's performing. He entertains me very well. And I don't like to see no man go to jail. None. Mm-hmm. But when I see it and it's right there in my face, I got to call it how it is. That was stupidity from Pooh Shiesty. I blame his father first and foremost. He all out with the young boys having a good time, running up and shit, pitting niggas up, making like, come on, bro. You 70. Go lay your dumb ass down somewhere. Like, come on, man. How real is it really going to get, man? That's all the way out of pocket. Them niggas is cookianos. Cookianos, that's short for cook them cookies. Their cookies will be baked very well in there after that trial. Hopefully anything can happen during trial though. But me as being I don't like to say it like this, but being not a dedicated convict, but a convict that been there and see how things roll over and over and over.
Yeah.
Man, he gonna need next to a miracle to beat that case. If he proceeds to go through and fight it at trial.
But there's a chance that he can get off. A small chance, but I think that he need to go ahead and try to get that best deal. But with that type of situation, man, on federal parole, the type of deal he gonna get is not a deal that he gonna want.
No, they don't. For one thing about the feds, they don't just offer you no deal. You know, they'll do it just to see if you would take a dub, but they ain't coming at him with nothing light.
And then also he went back for some of the stuff that he already went in for.
Yeah, and that doubles his mandatory minimum. All that is, and then not only that, what he went back for, that right there is a big part of it. But he also he was on probation. He was on probation. They on the tip like, damn, not only were you on probation, we released you, gave you a chance on the monitor and all that. You go out here and do this and get caught with more firearms. Yeah, he done slid down a razor blade into an alcohol river.
Did he have a firearm in his hand on the video?
I'm not sure. If I'm not mistaken, y'all could quote me on this, but I think he did. But if he didn't, he still was there, making commands and demands and all that. No, get your ass to the crib somewhere. Pooh Shiesty, you just came the fuck home. And why you ain't send the guys to do that?
Also, yeah, there's also was speculation or rumors or news that were broke that said that he had numerous violations as far as his release, as far as
he ain't got to worry about none of that.
But they don't bring that up in court as well.
Yeah, they're going to bring all that up, but that right there is minute compared to the whole overall act of what they got him for. He's all them little violations they got him for, being out of such and such, or being here, or doing this with the minor. That shit don't even add up to 3-4 years altogether. Them is what you call, you have direct violations and you have a regular a technical violation. A technical violation is doing something like a dirty yarn, not being somewhere where you ain't supposed to be. All the things that they giving him, the little petty joints, they're not a direct. And in this new case, there's all that kidnapping and that's a direct. He's not worried about that technical right now. That technical is the least of his worries. He don't even trip about that right now.
So a direct and the same case. So if he's going to get a 5 for that, it could turn into a 10.
Yes. If he was going to get 15, it turned into 30. If he was going to get 40, it turned into 8 because they can double it now. If I go back right now for drugs and a gun, like when I came home and I was selling yerkes, when I still wanted to be out there in them streets, I got a good homie, a good friend of ours, a brother of ours that used to tell me, like, boy, you out there in them streets still, man. Don't let them catch you with their drugs and gun together, because you know that's a 924C, which means the gun is protecting the drugs. And by me getting caught with the same act after I did time for it, say if they gave me 20 years for the time I did, that 20 years turned to 40 now. Starting point. That's the starting point, a 40-ball Jamal. It can get better than that, but that's a 40-ball.
That's what we're starting at.
Yeah, we're starting with this 40.
Yeah, we're going to start here. So they just putting a 40 in front of you.
Yeah. Like, you already got this right here. Now let's talk about these other cups. We already know you drinking that. You say Hennessy, all right, you got your full cup of Henny over there. And then we talking about this hypnotic and all that. You want some of this? Yeah, that's what they asked me next.
Hold on, so you like, no, hold on, let's go back to this. Let's talk about this, because you still trying to.
Let's talk about this. No, that's yours.
But you like, hold up, no.
That's yours. You might as well start sipping that now while we talk about these Cosmos and all that over here. Yeah, in other words, to break it down for y'all to understand, he got him his cup of wine, which he cannot give back. That is his.
He might as well take it to drink.
Now we're pouring more drinks. Now we can negotiate the prices on these other drinks.
So now he dizzy.
Yeah.
He can't even.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.